Hey everyone, and welcome to my video about how I travel and stay healthy. So over the past few years I've done a lot of traveling in airports and things like that, and I know it's super tempting to just like eat every candy you see and drink every specialty coffee there is and just eat pizza. I know because the first few times I traveled, that is what I did, and I felt like crap. And I was just like, oh, why did I do that the whole time? Then afterwards on the flight, and yeah, so started out and I learned a lot about how I can travel and stay feeling good and healthy. So if that interests you, that's where we're going in this video. I'm going to show you these things here. I'm actually packing for a trip, so it made it easy, and I decided perfect time to film the video. So, first things first, I never knew that you could bring fruit on a plane. I just thought, I don't know what I thought, but I was like, if it's not in a package, I bet you can't bring it. So, what I usually do now, and a lot of times I'm flying from east to west coast, so it's a long day, usually like, depending on how good my flight is, 8 to 12 hours. I have layovers and long flights, and it's just a lot of time, so you need a lot of snacks. There's lots of chances to eat crazy airport food, or eat your own food. So I like to bring some fruit. Usually I will cut up an apple, whatever kind of apple you like. I really like Pink Ladies, that's what this is. I cut it up and put it in a baggie. I take that, and then I'll take some kind of other fruit. I've brought anything from grapes to pears to bananas to strawberries. And the thing there is, like, I make it easy as possible to eat it on the plane. So with the apple, I cut it up. So you're not making that loud crunch noise. You don't have to be like, oh gosh, I'm disturbing everyone. I cut it into little bite-sized pieces before I go. Grapes I'm bringing tomorrow. I just washed them, they're dripping. So I'm bringing grapes. Those are super easy. Bag them up, pop them in your mouth. Grapes are easy to travel with. I'll probably bring a banana because, for some reason I grabbed them. So these are really easy to travel with too. They're pre-packaged. And then I'm going to bring some strawberries. So with strawberries I usually cut the tops off just so I'm not creating, a ton of trash for myself in my seat on the plane. So yeah, fruit is a great little thing that I didn't know you could travel with. So for the past, year or so since I learned, I've been traveling with fruit. It makes it so much easier to turn down Twizzlers and, Sour Patch Kids and things like that when I know that I took the time, and if I don't eat my fruit, it's gonna rot and get smushed in my bag. So there you go, that's the first thing that I do. I always bring some fruit. After that, so I'm kind of frugal. I don't like to spend a bunch of money. These are kind of expensive. They're called Go Raw. They have like a couple different flavors. The ginger one is really good, but this is chocolate. I tend to love chocolatey stuff, so something that's hard for me to resist in airports would be when I pass frozen yogurt places, ice cream places, the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory that is in our Charlotte airport. So I like to try and bring something chocolatey so that when I am tempted by those things, I'm like, no, you bought those expensive, healthy chocolate treats, you better eat them. So while they are more money than I would spend on a normal day just to have around the house, I will buy them when I travel because the alternative is buying a super expensive airport snack, which you pay like double the amount for your chocolate bar, and it's crazy, right? So I invest in these, something like this, so that I know I have it. So whether I'm craving something like sweet, or something chocolatey, I'm covered, I can stay on track. Also, what I like to bring is bars, because sometimes you never know, your plane could be late, you may have a really short layover, something like that, and you might not get a meal or something in, and then you're starving, you spike a headache, it's just horrible, right? It's happened to me before, can you tell? So I like to bring some kind of bar that's more of a well-rounded, got some protein, things like that in it. So my favorite is the Chocolate RX bar. Can you tell again? My chocolate. So this is chocolate sea salt, and it's an RX bar. They're really good. They've got egg whites, almonds, cashews, dates, and yeah, I mean, they're very minimal. They're whole foods based. That's kind of why I like them. That's why I've gotten so attached to them. So yeah, I bring an RX bar on the flight with me all the time. And then usually a Lara bar because they're also whole foods based. But today I'm trying this Evo hemp bar. I've never had it before. Don't know if it's good at all. If it is, let me know below. I have no idea, but it's supposed to be really good. The ingredients in here are dates, cashews, apricots, hemp protein powder, hemp seeds, cacao powder, coconut nectar and blueberries. So if I'd have noticed the coconut nectar before, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Probably gonna try it anyways tomorrow. So that's that. And then the last thing that is super, super important that I've learned to travel with is an empty water bottle. So I don't have it with me, but I have this big, I think it's 32 ounces, and it's secure, the lid closes, it's got a cap, not one that can spill, and I bring it empty in my bag for my carry-on, and I always fill it with water once I get to the airport, because they won't let you bring airport through security, but it saves you a bunch of money if you pack a giant bottle and bring it and then fill it up after. A lot of airports now have those filtered stations where you just place your bottle under and it fills it up, and it's got a filter. It's incredible. So yes, that is something very important, because if you, the more or the less hydrated I am, the more snacky I become, and you know, just headaches and things like that come along with not drinking enough water. So I think that's it. That is pretty much how I like to travel healthy on long days of flying. And then of course, when I'm actually in the airport and I am eating a meal, when I'm trying to stay on track, I'll go for something that's as healthy as possible. Because clearly you're not going to get, like, you know, something you would make at home in an airport. But you can always, there's usually places that'll have like a salad, something like that. Something, you know, grilled chicken. Just depending on where you are, what the airport is, your best option, you know, you just gotta go with it. Because eating something that may be slightly off is better than starving yourself. So a lot of times I'll get the Qdoba, I don't know if I'm saying that right. They have like a salad where you can get chicken and veggies and, you know, things like that. What else have I gotten in airports? I try to look for some kind of salad-y thing, because then at least I feel decent about it. With the protein and getting some veggies in. I don't know what I usually eat. I usually really do try and find something like that. Unless I'm going way off track, then, you know, you'll catch me at like a pizza place, or I'm getting the quesadilla instead of the salad. But trying not to go there this time. So that is just a few of my tips for staying on track, being healthy while you fly. You can do this in the car as well. Obviously there you can just bring your own water, so you don't have to worry about someone checking you and things like that. But yeah, so I like to bring bars, some kind of snack that's healthy, and some fruit. Oh, you know what? I didn't bring it, and I meant to, because I will also bring these, is cashews and pistachios. So I always bring little baggies of nuts as well. Usually cashews or pistachios, sometimes almonds, just not as often. I don't like them as much. But yes, so add that on here to this lovely batch of foods. I usually bring some nuts, so cashews, pistachios, things like that. And then, you know, with the pistachios, I usually just throw the shells back in the bag, or I use one of my bags of something I already ate. But yeah, so that's how I stay healthy traveling. I'll probably write a full blog post about this, just detailing what everything is, and, you know, all that kind of stuff, because it'll be helpful just to, you know, see it in writing. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope that something here can help you, and I'll see you next time.